How's your life out there on the beach, pounding it this morning? Realisation, and I actually had a bit of a discussion with someone recently online, and it was one of those, you know, those pages, yeah, go for it, do what you love, do what you love. That's cool, but there are a couple of exceptions, and a good friend of mine, Andrew, caught up with me recently and pointed something out to me, because he's a successful businessman, and he was saying, look, it's okay to do what you love if you're getting somewhere. And you know, you do need persistence, and to go through the ups and downs of life and keep coming back, because that's just inevitable. You are going to have your down days, down weeks, down months. In my case, I've actually had down years, several of them in a row, and you've got to keep going. You do need that almost fanatical commitment to what you're doing. You do need to be a nutter, basically. If you look at people like Steve Jobs and Zucks and a few others, and the Amazon guy, you know what I mean, so stuff like that. You do need to be fanatical, but there are times you'll need to change your strategy. Otherwise, basically, you'll get into a point where you're delusional. So there are times when people will talk to you and say, what are you doing? You know, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And in yourself, you need to say, look, fuck you. I feel good in what I'm doing, and that's the thing. If you can actually, even though you're swimming against the tide, get up in the morning and say, fuck, I love this. I love the fight. I love the fight. I'm in there. Keep doing it. But the day you wake up and you're saying to yourself, mate, I've been doing this for 7 years and I'm not fucking getting anywhere. And I'm doing it because I'm stubborn. And, you know, the fight's gone out of me. You really do need to have a good hard look at yourself, and that's why I go on about know yourself, know what you're up to, know what your why is, because your why should really be on the end of that. I'm prepared to do it hard for several years. I'm prepared to eat beans on toast. I'm prepared to sleep on the beach if that is what it comes to, because I've done all of those things. That's just what it is. I mean, for me it's quite easy. When I joined IBM as a trainee, I remember it was like a July, and it was a really hot summer, or a rare hot summer, and I was so excited about what I was doing and the opportunity to be an industrial trainee that I carried every engineer, said, oh, come with me, and they were eager to show me stuff. Hello, Nick, and what did you say? Like what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're not true to yourself. Exactly, it comes down to being true to yourself. And the engineers loved taking me along with them, because I would offer to carry their tool case, and it was bloody heavy. Because back then a computer engineer used to carry hammers and stuff, and spanners. Yeah, it was early days of computing. But because I was so keen, I was so eager, they'd show me everything, all the tricks of the trade. You know, things like how to shake a man's hand properly, you know, when you go into, you know, a corporation, and things like that at school they don't teach you, but you need to know. So, you know, priceless. And Nick knows. I spent the first 8 years of my martial arts career. First 8 years, I don't think I won anything. I just, every tournament I went to, I got my fucking head kicked in. I look back at it now and I think, what were you doing? But I loved it. And I remember the first time I won a trophy, this little £2 plastic trophy. You know the one that's got the guy with the dodgy technique. You know, it's not a side kick, it's not a front kick, and it's not a back fist or a, you know, reverse punch. That crappy $2 trophy. But it meant so much to me. And it took 8 years of getting my ass kicked and me going home, you know, and I remember the first time I took that little plastic trophy home, my mum looked at me and my ears were hanging off, my lip was hanging off my head. I think I had black eye or so. I could hardly walk because I got slammed. And my mum looked at this £2 trophy and went, Calvin, you look like you've been hit by a bus and you've got this little trophy. Was it worth it? And it was an unresounding yes. Priceless to me. So look, you do need the passion, and there are times that you need to be, well, most of the time you need to be unrealistic in your expectations of success. Having said that, you really do need to have enough balls to bite off something bigger than you would otherwise chew. It needs to be a massive goal, but you do need to be very excited about it. basically prepared to die for that goal. So look, money doesn't do it for me, but having said that, because my why, a lot of my why is to do with serving people. I love to see other people happy, sometimes to a fault. But the advantage of that is, when I throw my heart into serving people and doing well by them, and they can see how passionate I am, they can see how committed I am to delivering service to them, they pay me. And I make sure they pay me fucking well, because I know what I'm worth. So again, knowing what you're worth, having self-confidence, and I don't mean bullshit ego, I mean, you know, in your heart, you can look in the mirror and say, no one does this better than I do. I am the shit when it comes to delivering this product, service. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to go for a swim. And yeah, I'm happy with my time this morning. 11 minutes, 22 seconds. Round it up to 23. So anyway, you lot, big love. And I'll see you lot later.